and difficult as the day progresses, and it's not really great for shot making. So it's going to be important for players, big players like Gale and McCullum, to spend time in the middle, and if they can hang around for a bit, maybe they'll get used to the pace of the pitch and they can play some big shots. Otherwise, it's still a difficult pitch for batsmen to score runs. Because of the fact the bowlers have been very good. They've bowled in really good line and length, they've taken the pace of the ball, and it makes life difficult for the batsman, especially on a surface like this, because it's not the kind of surface where you expect the ball coming nicely onto the bat and then with the batsmen backing themselves to play big shots. You've got to spend time in the middle, and if you can do that, then think of scoring somewhere around batting first, somewhere around maybe 150 or maybe 160.
Have a look at what the weather holds for us. Clear skies and the current temperature very comfortable, 26 degrees centigrade, hardly any breeze at all. Very pleasant conditions here at the Sher Banglas. I'm joined by Amir Sohail. Good evening, Amir.
Good evening. Should be a good game. Because both the sides been hurt and hurt badly. Losing games. Sylhet Sixers starting off this competition in a grand fashion and losing their way. Rangpur Riders came close to winning a couple of games, but end up getting beaten. Well, it's time to join Tino for the toss.
Game 22 of the AKS BPL 2017, powered by Shah Cement. I've got the Rangpur Riders, I've got the Sylhet Sixers, and I've got the match ref, Mr. Raimu Rahman. Mashrafi is going to toss. Tails is the call.
It's a tail.
It's a tail. Nasser Hussain?
I'd like to bowl first.
You're going to bowl first? We've seen that that's been happening often. Your reasons for that?
Yeah, obviously, look like a very good wicket for our batter like to bat second, so that's why I like to bowl first.
Back to Sylhet, you opened well with your two openers. They haven't really done well, and when they haven't done well, you've struggled.
Now, obviously, cricket part of the momentum switch off and on. So that's why I try to our player try to keep momentum in our.
You need for a victory. We hope you get it today.
Yes, thank you.
Mashrafi, happy?
Yeah, we like to bowl anyway, but as long as we batted well, we don't have to worry much.
Okay, you're short of some victories. You got some big names, and you'll be hoping that a couple of them can give you some big scores.
Yeah, obviously, that's what we are hoping for. Last three matches we keep losing, so we need some sort of momentum back. Hopefully, today is the day.
The bowling department was good, and you led really well from the front yourself in the last game. You'll be looking to carry on from that.
Yeah, obviously, bowlers are doing so far good job, but you never know, so you have to come and work hard again and again. Especially, I think all the department, we need to improve a little bit so that we can win the matches.
Any changes to the team from a couple of days ago?
Two changes. Oppu is not playing. Zia Rahman comes in. And Kushal Perera is not playing as Zakir Khan is playing.
Okay, you've done well, and we wish you all the best. So, the situation out here in the middle is that the Sylhet Sixers have won the toss, and they're going to have a ball.
Have a look at the two teams. Couple of changes in each team. Babar Azam coming in front in place of Upul Taranga, and Shubhakar Home coming in place of Nabil Samad for the Sylhet team. And for the Rangpur Riders, Kushal Perera is out. Zahir Khan, the spinner, comes in, and Zia Rahman comes in place of Najmul Islam. Sylhet Sixers winning the toss and will field first. McCullum, die-hard fan. Well, he has to deliver the goods today.
Yes, he'll get a chance to meet him. Well, Sylhet Sixers looking upbeat.
Well, you can see Nasser just toying, just pretending to fiddle with the seam there, but not actually doing it. That's good. Relaxed mood they are in. Smiles all around. Farooq Ahmed in the background looks a little pensive. Sylhet Sixers haven't had a good run. They started off with a bang, but at the moment, rather tardy, their performance.
Yes, they have struggled with their middle order batting. Openers had done well throughout this tournament, and Taranga is not available for them. That's a big loss. Look at the crowd. enthusiastic crowd. People still flocking in. Almost capacity crowd here in Bangla Stadium, Mirpur, Dhaka. Oh, they'll be hoping that Brendan McCullum and Chris Gale come good in this game. Give them those exciting moments which they are hoping for. Two umpires.
Riazuddin and Anisur Rahman, two umpires. He's pretty happy and relaxed, Mr. Riazuddin.
Yeah, why not? So far, he's having a very good tournament. Made some great decisions. A bit of advice from former captain of Bangladesh, Farooq. What they're required to do to get back to this, to that winning streak. It's not going to be easy if these two men get going, Brendan McCullum and Chris Gale.
Well, if they start firing together, watch out. The Sylhet Sixers, Brendan McCullum, look at those figures. Over 8,000 runs in his 20-over career. And a fantastic strike rate also. Best of 158. Extraordinary. And what about this man, the big man, big boss?
772 sixes. He's a six machine.
$10,588 runs.
Why are you laughing? Go on, Shamim, explain it to me.
No,
what was wrong calling him six machine?
Nothing wrong at all. I think you explained it quite nicely. Sixes are what the crowd are here for. Sixes is what he's going to deliver, hopefully. But of course, Nasir Hussain will have other ideas of sending him back quickly.
I thought I had pronounced six in a proper way. Oh, it's going to be the captain, Nasir Hussain. He's looking to lead from the front. Oh, it's not going to be easy bowling against these two openers, Chris Gale and McCullum. Devastating opening pair.
What Nasir Hussain needs to do is just ensure that he gets his line and length right straight away. Get the feel of the wicket. If the wicket needs for the ball to be bowled a little bit shorter of a length, or you need to pitch it up, you're not getting the turn you expect early on, do those little fine-tunings very early in the innings.
Well, let me tell you, Shamim, it's a cliche thing to say when these two are batting. Bide your time, get the measure of the pitch. They like to bludgeon their way.
Well, let them try and bludgeon their way. You try to outwit them. Here we go. Yeah, you see, he had to feel for the ball. He had to wait for it to come on to him. Didn't allow him to free his arms.
Already huge noise in the ground. Oh, this crowd is aspiring for something special from these two. Have a look.
Nasir Hussain, of course, is bowling from the AKS and the far end of the ground. These guys are absolutely delighted that they're here, and they might just get some fireworks going with big Chris Gale there. The slip's been taken away, understandably so, more protection behind square on the onside at 45.
You're talking about fireworks. Let me tell you, if these two get going, it's going to be a laser show.
Wait and see, wait and see. Hello, very tentative.
Turn. Emperor bounce too.
That zipped through. That's a very good mix. Slowed one down, and this one is just angled in to the left-hander. Very well bowled by Nasir Hussain.
Number one coming, boy. Number one coming.
Oh, going down leg side. Half a shot from the keeper and the slip fielder.
Seems like Chris Gale is struggling to pick the off spinner. He started off well.
He has indeed. Look at that. He's struggling. Well, was that intentional? Very cheeky from Nasser Hussain, flicking the ball back. Pensive Tom Moody knows his team's got to get a win very, very quickly. Short, and that couldn't take full toll of that loose delivery. Just a single of the first over.
Before breakfast,
right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে,
টয়লেটের পরে
এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
অনলাইনে পছন্দের জিনিসটির পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ। এক, কেনাকাটা হবে ঘরে বসেই, বাড়তি কোনো চার্জ ছাড়া। আর দুই, আপনি পাবেন 20% পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো। আপনার একটা বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে তো?
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক, দুইটা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে,
টয়লেটের পরে
এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার।
Here's Shubhagata home. Full toss. Now, got away with that. I think just too pensive at the moment. Too tentative.
Oh, he's bowling from Shah Cement end. There you go. It's 6.
It sure is. It was in the slot. Brendan McCullum was not going to hang about. He had one side of the first ball. This one, bang! Up it went, flying away through overcar corner. Easily and smoothly done.
He had dealt with this delivery disdainfully. Missed out on a full toss, the first delivery.
No boy, no boy.
That's a good ball. Just that initial movement by Brendan McCullum, just away to the onside, and the bowler saw that little bit of movement and followed him. Waqar Yunus up here in our commentary box a short while earlier.
Hey, Philip!
A lot of shouting, no result at the end of it.
Good boy, come on, guys. Come, Shubham.
Chris Gale couldn't fire in the first over, but Brendan McCullum is going for another big one. It's high in there. That's got the elevation. That's got the distance. It's landed in the gallery. Brilliant.
Oh, that's sound from the back. Told you the story. Have us listen. That was bound for a 6.
118 meters. Wow, that's the longest so far of the tournament. Admiring his efforts. He moves back again. This time smashes it, or tries to smashes through the cover straight to the fielder. 2 overs gone, 13 without loss.
বাংলাদেশের একমাত্র ইলেকট্রিক আর্ক ফার্নেসে পরিশোধনের পর তৈরি হয় ভূমিকম্প সহনীয় স্টিল AKS।
মালাই তাছাড়া জীবনটাই বৃথা।
আমাদের লেবুগুলো গুলি 4 ফুটা, সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন, কিন্তু ঘুরবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে গলবে। আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া। আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার, *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো
McCullum and Gale. Gale tucked up, but we saw 2 sixes. 1174 sixes between these two batsmen. Mazhar, our statsman, tells us.
My word. Oh, that angle was definitely going away from the leg stump, but these were going in the crowd. The longest of the tournament so far.
Oh, beauty. Nasser Hussain has bowled exceedingly well. He's made some of the balls just zip through, holding its line. Some he's made to get a bit of grip and bite and beat the bat like that.
Good to see Nasser flighting the ball and looking to spin the ball, giving it tweak. And that's the way to ball.
Nasir, good. Good variation, boy.
With these
One
two.
in, one out, come, boy. Oh, yeah.
Again.
So unsure of himself, Chris Gayle. Just the defensive mode he's in, it's not feeling very comfortable. Something's got to give here. He might go for a big strike. No, he's not. He's content to just block the balls. Just trying to get the feel of it. And that may be the wise option if you're not very happy with what the ball is doing. Just bide your time. You've got your partner at the other end firing. And Gayle might be doing the right thing. Yeah, now he goes for it and checks. Brilliant over, maiden over from Nasir Hussain. After 3, it's 13 without loss.
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইভ বয়।
This is sunshine smile makes you feel this way when I can't see when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ নেই। পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি
খেলা 100 হোক না হোক, আমাদের বাড়ি কিন্তু 100 হবে।
ঠিক তাই, ফ্লাই অ্যাশবিহীন আকিশ সিমেন্ট স্থাপনাকে দেয় 100 বছরের অধিক স্থায়িত্বের নিশ্চয়তা।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার।
Simandan. So tucked away quietly for Chris Gayle to get strike. Now what does he do? He is very circumspect with Nasir Hussain. Danishka Gunathilaka, the off-break bowler from the Shah Cement and he's got 15 wickets. Not too many in all the matches that he's played.
Well, that's a brave decision from Nasir Hussain. Gunathilaka has to react. Doesn't have to dart the ball into the left-handed Chris Gayle. Don't provide him with the pace, otherwise he'll get into the form very quickly.
No, he's not really wise. Through! Oh, that was close. Run after 12 balls. He opens his account, does Chris Gayle.
Oh, he's living dangerously. Chris Gayle. Hit it hard. Thought there was an easy run. Wasn't. Oh. That was certainly out. Had the ball hit the stumps.
Captain did well. I think that was Nasir Hussain who tried that run-out attempt now. Chris Gayle is looking very uncomfortable. Not this man. He looks quite relaxed. And relaxed he is. He tried to get underneath that one, but the ball slithering from his bat, going straight to the fielder.
He's bowling too full for batsman's liking. Not giving any chance to the batsman to get underneath the ball, to hit it in the air. Again. Oh, dropped. 2 chances in this over.
Oh, they're going to rue that. One missed opportunity with the run-out, and this time Gunathilaka on his follow-through. Look at him just playing that low full toss straight. Oh, that should have been taken. He did the hard work, got to it, got both hands to it, but then dropped it. Oh, dear.
Oh, imagine these 2 chances were taken. Good delivery again. Bowling in the block hold.
I think Nasir Hussain did well to instruct Danishka Gunathilaka to bowl that tight line and angle. He's done well so far in restraining McCullum in particular. Tries the pedal, gets a bit of back to it. The pace of the ball is going to take it away to the boundary. Very nicely done. Neat bit of work. 4 overs done. It's 19 without loss.
যখন আপনার সাথে আছে হিরো i3s প্রযুক্তি, তখন সাশ্রয় হবে জ্বালানি আর সঞ্চয় হবে টাকা। এটি স্মার্ট, এটি i3s। আমি কিন্তু রেডি।
এটা কি পড়ছো? মানাই? হলুদের প্রোগ্রাম পাঞ্জাবি পড়তে হয়।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম ব্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে।
Really unusual start. Probably the slow start in his career by Chris Gayle. All spinners to Chris Gayle. They've only bowled spinners here. And he's done nothing. Literally every time they've bowled to him, it's a dot delivery, apart from one delivery. Not this time around. Well, that's what he's capable of. Doesn't really matter what kind of start he has. Chris Gayle can smash them all around. And exactly that.
Just trusted himself to play that shot because he put his foot down the track. Look what a long stride that is. Hit it on the up. It wasn't really under the bat, but he did well to play that shot. This time bowled slower. Good thinking by the captain. Couple of runs. Good work in the deep. Team Bresnan.
Yeah, they would need some good work all around. Select Sixers also desperate to win a match here. Rangpur Riders also would like to go on and take 2 points here. This time it's on the onside, just falling short of that fielder. Fletcher, the fielder, he's not really timing it. He's picked up a 6, Chris Gayle, but somehow he's not just got used to the pace of the pitch. Have a look at this shot. He's whacked it over, nearly fell into that hands of Andrew Fletcher in the deep mid-wicket area.
Was it catchable? Or did Fletcher do the right thing by taking it on the bounce? But important that these two batsmen are dismissed quickly. Otherwise, I can tell you that the bowlers would suffer. Good bowling. Wanting a single. This is good bowling by Nasser Hussain because he's having that man inside the 30-yard circle. And generally, you would expect Brendan McCullum to look to go over mid-off.
Yeah, they've used 3 different players at the top of the order as an openers in 5 games. Rangpur Riders, Charles and Light. Johnson, Charles and Adam Light. The first one we added only 1. Started with Charles and Zia. The second one we added 2. That's hit away into the vacant areas. 4 more. He's enjoying himself there. Brendan McCullum. 4 to finish the over. 32 for no loss.
এখন গান শোনো কোনো ইন্টারনেট চার্জ ছাড়া।
Yonder Music, download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music. Got it. এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Without loss. Chris Gayle on strike. Very first time in his career that he's taken more than 10 balls to open his account. Took 12 balls to open up his account. Let's have a look at the last delivery from the previous over. Brendan McCullum has put that away to the boundary. He looks so uncomfortable, doesn't he, Roshan?
Yes, he does. Is the ball stopping is the question. Look at that shot. That last ball pushed through a bit quicker. He just took one hand off the bat as he played that shot.
Well, not on that occasion. One bounce to the fence. Just a touch short on that occasion from Gunathalika. And he gave ample time for the big man to be on the back foot, deep in his crease, and hit over the top of the infield.
Also, the other thing is that he pushed it at a rate of around over 100 kilometers an hour, so that was quick. allowed him a little bit of extra space in terms of pace. See, when it's onto the pads, he doesn't seem to be getting it right. More of the inside edge. Doesn't seem to be absolutely certain with those shots on the leg side. So far, he's been good over mid-off. Must say that Gunatilaka has been good from the Shah Cement end. He's gone for 12, he's gone for 6 in the over, but generally, he's bowled dot balls in between. Oh! It was just one ball ago, I said he's looked good. And Gale has spoiled him straight away with that 6.
Yes, smashing, and these two players in the middle are probably one of the most destructive opening pair in the world at the moment. What a shot. Stand and deliver. Already 12 runs in this over. Again. Oh yes. It's gone flat. It's gone for a 6. 6 to finish the over. 18 in that over. It's a 50 without loss.
ঘুরাবে সবাই, কারণ 2টি মেন্টস অরেঞ্জ কিনলেই 1 পিস পিন্টস ফ্রি। হাউ মেন্টস, ঘুরাও পিন্টস।
এসে গেছে 2 দিনের ব্যাটারি লাইফ সহ নোকিয়া 2 4G স্মার্টফোন। এখন বন্ধুদের ফান চলবে নন স্টপ, কারণ নোকিয়া 2 সাথে এয়ারটেল দিচ্ছে 9 GB ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, সাথে আরো অনেক কিছু। এয়ারটেল।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়:
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch,
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
আমি ভয় পেলেও মা ভয় পেত না, আর আমি যখন জিতে যাই বাংলাদেশের হয়ে, তখন জিতে যায় মা। এমন হাজারো বাচ্চাদের স্বপ্ন জয়ে সাথে আছে ফ্রেশ ফুল ক্রিম মিল্ক পাউডার। এর ট্রিপল অ্যাকশন ফর্মুলা নিশ্চিত করে স্ট্রেংথ, ইমিউনিটি ও ইন্টেলিজেন্স। ফ্রেশ ফুল ক্রিম মিল্ক পাউডার। আমি জিতলে জিতে যায় মা।
To bring up the 50 again. Actually, that's the shot that brought up the 50. So they bought a bowling changer from AKS, and Tim Bresnan is the new bowler. 12 balls Chris Gale took to open his account. Dot delivery, just making a little bit too much room on the onside, and that's the reason he's bowled fuller. Let's have a look at the McCullum wagon wheel. Everything that he has scored is on the onside. Would you believe it?
That's true. He's hardly got anything on the off. Time that he started concentrating from third man to long off. Turn your attention there, mate. Look for some runs on the offside. No, still on the leg side. That's because it's bowled towards midland leg. But the strength of this pair is that they could afford to play dot balls and hit the next for 6s. That's exactly what they have demonstrated here.
Yeah, 12 balls for Chris Gale to score his first runs, and the next, that he's picked up 27 runs in the next 10 deliveries. That is incredible. 3 6s and 1 4. 14 dots. Played a maiden over. But it also poses a threat at the moment. He can be such a dangerous batsman if he gets set and if he plays a longer inning. Not going to take too much time if he plays a long inning, I can tell you that. He will explode with the bat. He can be brutal with the bat.
Don't we know that? Easily the most destructive batsman in the world in this format. Go square. Only a single, going for that full length delivery. Well, Sylhet will have to really do well here, because this run rate is now climbing. They started off slowly. Now you could see that they've gone up to 7.8. And very soon, it will just keep going up and up, provided this pair can continue for Rangpur.
That's a good over. That's a lovely delivery. It's a slower delivery. I thought maybe he might have got a bit of an outside edge. Roll of the fingers. Yes. Oh, so close to the off stump also. Beautifully bowled. That's what you've seen from most of the bowlers. Yeah, indicating that he has done some from the back of the hand. That's why it's been difficult for batsmen to play those big shots. Yeah, just the 2 runs in this over from Bresnan. Down the wicket. It's not going to stay 2. It's going to go 6 plus 2. 8 runs in the over. Lovely shot from Brendan McCallum. 58 without loss.
কি হচ্ছে চাইলেও লিখবেন না চাইলেও লিখবেন ম্যাটাডোর বলপেন এতে আছে জার্মান হাই ফ্লো ইঙ্ক লিখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট প্রতি বছরে দেশে হাজারো কোটি কিলোমিটার রাস্তায় গাড়ি চলে শুধুমাত্র মোবিল ইঞ্জিন অয়েলে সেই মোবিল এখন পাওয়া যাচ্ছে নতুন স্লিম প্যাকে যার ইজি গ্রিপ ব্যবহারের স্বাচ্ছন্দ্য আর ফিজিক্যাল ইন্ডাকশন সিল ও ব্যাচ নাম্বার দেয় আসল মোবিল অয়েলের নিশ্চয়তা মোবিল চালু থাক আপনার উন্নতির যাত্রা
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম ব্যাক নিন আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন রবি
It can get tough. Change of bowling. Liam Plunkett is the new bowler. Right arm fast from Shasim at end. I thought he was not in the good rhythm in the last match that we saw, but he needs to be at his best, especially against someone who are enjoying themselves in the middle. 2 for 20, the first, 1 wicket for 31, 3 for 29, and that match I'm talking about was Rajshahi Kings. None for 29 of 3. Oh! What a welcome! That's gone. 6 more.
Don't make the mistake of trying to bowl too fast to Chris Gale because he will enjoy the pace. Just moving away a little bit. Plunkett followed him and look at the result. Just a flick with strong wrist. What would Plunkett's reaction be here? Will he look to bowl a cutter? Surely has to be back of a length.
Yeah, you got to take the pace off the ball to ensure that they don't back themselves up to go and play through the line as easily as he did in the first place. That's lovely delivery. That's what you want to see from Liam Plunkett to trouble the batsman. You got to give them or let them feel that yes, I'm capable of bowling slower deliveries. Gale and McCallum all bowl faced this innings. Look at the amount of boundaries. 3 4s and 7 6s already. They're coming to the party. That's well ball. Short. Good work. Good comeback from Liam Plunkett after being hit for a 6.
Yeah, that's a slow bouncer. Look at the ribs on the ball. Definitely looking to cut the ball. And as a result of it, it didn't arrive. Chris Gale was through with the shot. These are part of the repertoires bowlers have developed in the shorter format. Basit Malinga used to do it brilliantly, that slow bouncer.
Oh, back past the bowler. What a lovely piece of timing. Not a bad delivery, Roshan, because he pitched it up. It looked like it was a Yorker length. What he did, punched down the ground. And look at the bat he uses. Look at that, just a punch.
I think Plunkett was looking to set him up. Bowl 2 short balls and then look to go for that extra yard in length, the Yorker. And straight away past the bowler. 10 runs so far of 4 balls. See, when Gale is in this mood, it becomes very difficult to bowl at him. Where would he bowl? What's the next delivery should be?
He has moved quickly to 39 of just 28 deliveries with 4 4s and a couple of 4 6s and 2 4s, beg your pardon. That's well bowled. He was trying to make some room through. He followed the batsman.
Yeah, that was sensible because he went wide of the crease, just kept following him because he cramped him. Great. Dale generally likes a little bit of space, likes to extend his arms. That was back of a length and just hurried him a bit. But so far, 11 runs in the over of 5 balls. That run rate which we were talking about, 7.8 2 overs ago, it's now almost 9, 8.81. One ball to go in the over.
Yeah, 11 already in this over. And on strike, Brendan McCullum. He has to go back. There's somebody probably just coming in front of the side screen. That's the gentleman. He needs to go back to the run-up, Liam Plunkett. But this is a really good display of power batting. Absolutely brilliant. That's what they need, Rangpur Riders. Only 2 points so far. They're setting a good, solid foundation here. One of them have to bet till the very end to ensure that they can put on a really big total. Got to finish the over. 69 without loss.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই ম্যাচ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন
মনে রেখো 5টি সময় বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইভ বয়
No Joe Jabardosti, only Ultra Gliding, Cool Shaving Foam, the real smooth experience, Proti Shaving, Cool, real man kokhono jor khataয় না
বাইরের দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না এপেক্স আল্টিমা
But still 403. Karan Pollard also playing in this tournament, 500, and I'm sure those figures will be added to and not too far away. Not, I think, there you go, another one. Add to that list, as I said, another big one. Wow, he's really been entertained by that one.
I just wanted to refer to that graphic that was on screen before. 776 sixes. That was 4,656 runs before that last one. That is incredible. And he's certainly showing us why they call him the mean machine.
Well, the tally has now gone up to 777. And his shirt number is 333. It should have been 3 and 3.33. 3.33, 3.33. And that's his highest score, test score, of course. It's got emblazoned on his back. Highest test score. And this gentleman has also royally entertained the crowd here. And talk about entertaining. Flat batted that one. Couple of bounces. Straight as an arrow. Take that.
Well, it is a raining boundaries. He bowled that flat and he's just flat batted it straight back over his head. And straight as an arrow, but he's certainly come out here today a man on a mission.
And a man prepared to redeem himself. Both these batsmen missed out on the first game they played the other day. And today, come back with a bang. Come back with a vengeance. Moves away and snatches it up in there. Now, how far is that going? Not too far. Straight down the throat of Liam Plunkett there. And that is a big strike. Got the toe end of the bat, but he's played a good innings.
You have to give credit to Nasir saying he was brave. He's tried to take that across him. He could have made the angle easier bowling around the wicket. Good thinking. Bowled it across him and got the top edge. 33-80 for 1.
মনে রেখো 5টি সময় বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইভ বয়
ও তো ক্যাডেট কলেজে ফার্স্ট বয় ছিল কোন ক্যাডেট
ময়মনসিংহ ক্যাডেট কলেজ
কিন্তু ময়মনসিংহ ক্যাডেট তো মেয়েদের কলেজ
ভিটামিন এ এর বাড়তি সুরক্ষাযুক্ত সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল যা ওমেগা 3 ও 6 এর পারফেক্ট ব্যালেন্স এবং বেটা ক্যারোটিন সমৃদ্ধ সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল কিছু বাড়তি ভালোর জন্য
খেলা 100 হোক না হোক আমাদের বাড়ি কিন্তু 100 হবে
ঠিক তাই ফ্লাই অ্যাশবিহীন আকিস সিমেন্ট স্থাপনাকে দেয় 100 বছরের অধিক স্থায়িত্ব
নিশ্চয়তা।
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক দুইটা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়। বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট,
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
This is sunshine smile makes me feel this way when I can't see through, when I feel it blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
মালাই তাছাড়া জীবনটাই বৃথা।
আমারটাই লেবু গুনে গুনে 4 ফোঁটা, সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন
কিন্তু ঘুরবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে গলবে।
আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার। *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়। বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট,
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
এখানে ঘুরছে সেখানে ঘুরছে রে, ঘুরছে রে, ঘুরছে এখানে ঘুরছে। ঘুরাবে সবাই, কারণ 2টি মেন্টস অরেঞ্জ কিনলেই 1টি স্পিনটস ফ্রি। হাউ মেন্টস ঘুরাও স্পিনটস। মেন্টস কে না বলে কে।
ক্যাশফুল শরতে ক্যাশফুল অফার। হিরো HF ডিলাক্স, স্প্লেন্ডার প্লাস, আই স্মার্ট, হাঙ্ক এবং গ্ল্যামার মোটরসাইকেলের উপর চলছে অবিশ্বাস্য ছাড়, 5 বছরের ওয়ারেন্টি সহ। তবে আর দেরি কেন, আজই বুঝে নিন আপনার হিরো।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম ব্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটাকারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
Nasser Hussain did well to just ball it wide. He was moving away and he got the toe end of the bat, and that's the reason why he didn't get the distance that he wanted. Had to reach for that, Brendan McCullum, and holding out well-judged catch by Plunkett in the deep, and at last some relief for the captain. Gets the wicket. Ahmed Mitchell taking strike. Batsman hadn't crossed over despite the ball going almost all the way near the boundary. Nasser Hussain is bowling from the AKS end and is had the first strike. Pushed away for a single to open up his account.
A nice confident punch down the ground.
Chris Gale on 46. Started off slowly. Almost 12 deliveries to open his account. And he's content to just push it away and walk the single. Completes the over, 9 done, 82 for 1.
Yonder is now data free.
Yonder Music, download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music. Got it. এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক দুইটা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়। বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট,
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
7 is going to be Tim Bresnan bowling from the Shah Cement end. Matter of photographers know that they're on the big screen and a big way for them. The big man, Liam Plunkett, is just waiting for the field to settle in. And he's also changing his angle to the left-hander, trying to angle the ball across. What does it do? Does he try to slow the ball down, not give him enough pace? He loves to hit the paces away. Yeah, I think he did wisely to slow it down. Pia is waiting downstairs. Let's go down and join her.
আপনারা দেখতেই পাচ্ছেন খেলা কিন্তু খুব জমজমাট ভাবে চলছে এবং রংপুর রাইডার্স এর ফ্যানদের মাঝখান থেকে কিন্তু হাসির বাঁধ একেবারেই কমছে না। গত খেলায় কিন্তু ম্যাককালাম আর ক্রিস গেলের খেলা কিন্তু আমাদের এত এক্সপেকটেশন কিন্তু ফুলফিল করেনি। আজকে কেমন লেগেছে? আজকে অসাধারণ লেগেছে এবং আজকে তারা 6-4 দিয়ে আমাদেরকে মানে টোটাল সবাইকে এক্সাইটেড করে দিয়েছে। এখন ইনশাআল্লাহ ক্রিস গেল 100 ক্রস করবে। 100 ক্রস করবে, ওকে, বেস্ট অফ লাক। আপনি কি জানেন টি20 তে এই পর্যন্ত সবচেয়ে বেশি 6 কে মেরেছে ক্রিস গেল? কয়টা মেরেছে? কয়টা হতে পারে ছক্কা? 600 আপ। No, it's not even 600, it's 776. Yes, viewers, Chris Gayle T20 সবচেয়ে বেশি 6 মেরেছে 776. এখন আমরা ফিরে যাচ্ছি ফিফা শুটে।
All right. That's the short pitch delivery, the slower bounce, tennis ball bounce, kind of bounce that really foxed him.
Yeah, you need to employ all these variations in bowling to this man, and he's on song like he is. But certainly showing that he's got the skills to do that. Field changes to the boundary on the leg side.
Pitches it up, and it's a little bit of balance playing that shot, but Scale content on just pushing it away. So this is a quiet period of play, understandably so, with the fall of that wicket of Brendan McCullum. Chris Gayle moved on to 48 with that. 2 4s and 5 6s. That's the field for the new batsman Mohammad Mithun. Much evidence of dew in Dhaka compared to what we had in Sylhet. Haven't seen the use of the towel or any cloth to wipe the bowls. Mithun guides it nicely.
I had a confrontation as we quickly take a look at a lot of dots to start with to Chris Gayle, and he was a little bit tentative, but as the innings has progressed, those yellow dots are the boundaries, and look at that strike rate to the spinners, 194. Magical.
A good length is not a good length to Chris Gayle. Oh, didn't get hold of that one. And is getting another single to move on to 49 after 10. It's 85.
This is sunshine smile, makes you feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue. You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you. ভাবনা থেকে ভালো কাজের শুরু। অ্যান্টিঅক্সিডেন্ট ও ফ্লেভোনয়েড সমৃদ্ধ এক অসাধারণ ব্লেন্ডের ফ্রেশ প্রিমিয়াম টি খুলে দেয় ভাবনার দুয়ার।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়: বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট,
রাইট বিফোর ইউ হ্যাভ লাঞ্চ,
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর বল পেন, এতে আছে জার্মান হাই ফ্লো ইঙ্ক, লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট, ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট।
বাইরে দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না। এপেক্স আল্টিমা।
It's going to be Abul Hassan bowling from the AKS end, and of course he's got 45 wickets in his 20-over career. That's a 5 for 28. 5 is always good. Those are the wickets he got earlier in the tournament. Oh, that seemed to jack back in a little bit, and that's a 50 with a single. Chris Gayle gets a huge ovation from the crowd here and from his teammates.
Yeah, that's well played. His 66-50 in T20 cricket. We saw earlier some of those figures that came out, 777 sixes now. And lots of runs and experience behind this man. You can see just the 38 balls. Probably a few too many dot balls in there. But Chris Gayle today, 20-40, took him 9 deliveries. And 40-50, just 8.
That's an appeal, but I think it's more to preempt the umpire from not giving the void than any conviction. Umpire Anisur Rahman is not going to be foxed with that. Mile also from Mithun. Knew that he didn't get a touch to that. It was going down leg.
Now they often do that nowadays, don't they?
Although looked like it was pretty close to something, but yeah, the wicket keepers and bowlers very often they just go up to try and outfox the umpire from giving a wide. Oh, he thought of a run there, but tell you what, Chris Gayle will not be interested in the quick runs. He's lumbered a little bit, he's not too comfortable out there. That's the confirmation. Came a brush of the pads, well detected, Tino. I think, and even there, that white eventually should not have been given. Ahmad Mithun. Pitches it up, nice ball. Just a hint of a little bit of movement. Chris Gayle this is his 50 package. What a fantastic way to get it. He was slow off the blocks, but once he got going, there's no restraining him. Shots all around the ground. Look at that, straight as an arrow. He looks so effortless in hitting those sixes. Already 5 of them. Has taken the total tally of sixes to 777. Talk about fireworks. Look at, oh! Keneva bowled him completely. Just trying to get down on that ball, trying to close the face of the bat. And 128 Ks foxed him. And he played, I think, a shade too early. Ball hits timber.
Yeah, that is a very important wicket. It's probably just kept a little bit low there, if you're going to say anything about that. But certain joy for the bowler. And an important wicket. Chris Gayle, he was blistering 50, he got 88 for 2. See you at the movies, I see you with your lipstick.
এসে গেছে 2 দিনের ব্যাটারি লাইফ সহ নোকিয়া 2 4G স্মার্টফোন। এখন বন্ধুদের ফান চলবে নন স্টপ, কারণ নোকিয়া 2 সাথে এয়ারটেল দিচ্ছে 9 GB ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, সাথে আরো অনেক কিছু। এয়ারটেল।
ভাই একটা ফ্রেশ পানি দেন।
Hello, Tamin.
Hi.
Is it safe for him?
No.
Huh?
It's the safest.
Thank you, Tamin.
মেমব্রেন ফিল্ট্রেশন ও ড্রপলেট মেথড সহ মোট 15টি কঠিন ধাপে পৃথিবীর সর্বাধুনিক স্ট্যান্ডার্ড নিশ্চিত করে তৈরি হচ্ছে দেশের সবচেয়ে নিরাপদ পানি, সুপার ফ্রেশ ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়:
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch,
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
Shahriar Nafees is new batsman in. Right behind that, tries to guide it past that fielder. And there's confirmation that Shahriar Nafees, with already 1124 runs in his kitty, is in the middle because of this. Maybe Chris Gayle thought it bounced a little higher, straight over the ball.
Yeah, he certainly did. He's a tall man and he was off his feet actually. Possibly just keeping it a little bit lower than he expected.
And also, he didn't seem to be just behind the right line there, just playing the wrong one. Oh, that's going down the leg side. But this is has been a good over, wicket-taking over. 11 done, 88 for 2.
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম ব্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ নেই। পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই।
ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা। তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়:
before breakfast, right before you have lunch,
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
Blp fresh super premium salt, iodine ও balanced minerals শরীরের ইলেকট্রোলাইট ব্যালেন্স করে যেন আপনি থাকেন সবসময় অ্যাক্টিভ। ফ্রেশ সুপার প্রিমিয়াম সল্ট, অ্যাক্টিভ সারাদিন।
Coming from the Shah Cement end, 49 wickets in his 52nd match, 3 for 18 is best. And Tajul will be looking to give the ball a little bit of air. There is definitely some purchase out of the wickets. 3 for 19 against the Khulna Titans in this tournament has been his best. And a couple of wickets against the Comilla Victorians in the second game they played. Down the leg side, slipped away, but will find the fielder in the deep.
Times open the bowling, if you can remember back in Sylhet, opening the bowling in some of those matches. He's taken important wickets for them. When he hasn't got wickets, he's been economical.
Oh, that's a better turn. But prodigious with that turn, and he did well to come down quickly on that one.
That's well watched. Very, very easy to just expect the ball to come on as normal. As we have a look at the seamers to Chris Gale in this last innings. And that one, the white one, was the wicket.
Come on, nice.
Yeah, it was the shortest of the bowls bowled to him. So there you are. Just didn't gauge the line of the ball. He was trying to come down on it. From that shorter length, you'd expect ball to rise a little higher, which didn't happen. And that's what the problem was for Chris Gale. Backs away and tries to fade away hard, but had to adjust. Oh dear, that's rather sloppy, but got away with it. Didn't give away any extra runs.
A couple of balls ago, he bowled one that turned into him, and he talked about that, Shimi. You can see here as well. Turn and bounce, which is what we saw a lot of early on in Dhaka, not so much the last couple of days.
Paddles it and does it well. The ball's well on the way to the boundary now. No chance for the fielder to stop that. That's very well executed shot by Mohammad Mithun.
Yeah, beautifully played. He played a flat sweep a couple of balls ago, and it went straight to the man, so they just got the single. But good awareness to realize that the man is a little bit squarer. Let me play that lap shot and value for money.
One for your thighs, come boy!
Oh, beauty. And there's a chance of a stomping here. They've asked the umpire, and I wonder if it's gone off. Has he referred it? I don't think so. And that completes the 12th over. It's 96 for 2.
বাইরে দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না এপেক্স আল্টিমা
কটেন এই তো রাজবাড়ি আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক দুইটা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি গ্রামীণ ফোন
This is sunshine smile makes you feel this way when I can see when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
They are well on course to score big. A great effort from Chris Gale and Brendan McCullum. Just losing his balance, but recovered well. Lecton.
Well, it's not clear, Amir. Chances are that he recovered. But sometimes these can be very tight.
Yeah, these kind of referrals can be deceiving. But I think he was off balance for a little while. Chance again. But recovered well. In my opinion, he was safe. And no damage done. There was no stutter. Two able batsmen at the crease. Shahryar Nafees is highly talented, competent batsman.
been out of cricket for a while. I remember when he first played, he was a little bit more chubbier and burlier. But I think he's worked hard on his fitness. He's got 100 against Australia when he played Test cricket.
Well, have a look at that stumping again. Yes, it was in the air. Well within time. Toe landed in the crease. Good recovery from the batsman, Mitton. 100 on the board. Last few overs, select sixes, have managed to control the game. Somehow, it was running away. What do you think, Roshan?
Yeah, you're right. Look at that second 50. It's taken 4 balls more, but I think the impact created by the select sixes have been greater. Mithun 11 of 10 and Sharia 4 of 6. So it tells you a story. After all those attacking shots, that's a wide. After that Gale and McCullum onslaught, they were looking good for something big.
Yeah, that's the luxury of picking up the wickets. You can control a fresh batsman at the crease. So has been the case. These batsmen are forced to bide their time due to some good bowling. This will be for a bit of room outside the off stump, and that was enough.
That's a very common shot that most batsmen tend to use, particularly the left-handers. They're so good behind point, short and wide, third man's fine. And they just keep to, they're so good at threading that gap.
This is their zone, isn't it? Now that angle, once provided, then bowlers are bound to get punished. And that was the case. Was in the air, and what a catch. What a catch. Fletcher is the fieldsman.
Just a question, why is he so angry that he's taken that catch?
Because he thought he missed the previous one.
All right. He looked so angry, I thought he should be celebrating.
And look at how close. He's standing almost gully position. And that ball was travelling. And it's a big wicket. No doubt about it. He's removed after scoring 8, and it's 105 for 3. And I think it's going to be Bhushundra LP Gas strategic timeout.
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইভ বয়।
মালাই চাচারা জীবনটাই বৃথা।
আমাদের লেবু গুনে গুনে 4 ফোঁটা, সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুটবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে গলবে। আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক।
ম্যাডাম ব্যাগটা নিচে রাখুন প্লিজ। এবার সামনে রাখা যে কোনো একটি কৌটা তুলুন।
গন্ধটা তো পাচ্ছি না। না না, এটা না।
ওকে, এখন বাম দিক থেকে তুলুন।
এই তো তাজা লেবুর সুগন্ধ। আমি শিওর এটাই মেরিল। আমি কেটে নিতে পারি?
এই দেশে 2 যুগের বেশি সময় ধরে শীতের উষ্ণতার প্রতীক হয়ে আছে তাজা লেবুর সৌরভে মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলি। তাই চিনে নিন আপনিও মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলি।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইভ বয়।
অনলাইনে পছন্দের জিনিসটির পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে 2টো লাভ। 1, কেনাকাটা হবে ঘরে বসেই বাড়তি কোনো চার্জ ছাড়া। আর 2, আপনি পাবেন 20% পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো। আপনার একটা বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে তো?
আমি কিন্তু রেডি।
এটা কি পড়ছো? মানাই? হলুদের প্রোগ্রাম পাঞ্জাবি পড়তে হয়।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম ব্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
এখন গান শোনো কোনো ইন্টারনেট চার্জ ছাড়া।
Yonder Music, download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইভ বয়।
Yes, the sun shines bright, makes you feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
খেলা 100 হোক না হোক, আমাদের বাড়ি কিন্তু 100 হবে।
ঠিক তাই, ফ্লাই অ্যাশবিহীন আকিশ সিমেন্ট স্থাপনাকে দেয় 100 বছরের অধিক স্থায়িত্বের নিশ্চয়তা।
It was surprising not to see him coming out to bat in a pressure situation, and that's why he's here. What a catch. That ball was traveling at the rate of knots.
Yeah, indeed, two-handed. That's what made that catch so special. You would have thought you would go with one hand, but then you try with two. If you can't, then go with the one.
Yeah, great reflexes. They suddenly look animated. All the Sylhet Sixers players. They know they have made a recovery into this game. A big effort is required.